reality, I wanted to hurt him, but I ended up just hurting myself and fucking myself over because I didn't deal with any of the pain throughout that whole relationship. I suppressed it so far down, and now working on my steps, I'm realizing like this shit goes deep. I thought, okay, I'm clean, everything's gonna be all good now, right? Like everything's gonna be okay. But that stuff goes deep, and even still to this day, he says things about me as a mother, as a lot of things. But today I don't respond, but it does hurt me because it just is really it's rooted, and it was traumatizing. It was traumatizing to me, but today I'm doing something about it to recover from that shit, and it hurts me to see him still there when we work, right? Like, because I see it, and I know that there's a lot of resentment there, and I know that I put him through that same trauma that he put me through. So it's like dealing with that right now. That's just something I'm dealing with, and but I'll tell you one thing. Being in recovery though, and having some awesome women in my support group, like nobody can have control of my emotions anymore today, and it is awesome. Like, I love it. I'm like, you know what, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not going to respond. Matter of fact, I'll block you for about a week, and then I'll text you in a week to talk to my kids. You know what I mean? And that's just where I'm at today. So, last year on July 17th, I decided to get clean, right? And I'd always call my parents crying, like, oh my God, I want to get clean. I got to stop drinking. And they'd be like, baby, you know what to do, But it was so hard for me to pick up that phone and to get to have some humility and to ask for help. It was so hard for me. That phone was so heavy. I knew where to go. And all around me, right? Because I'm pretty sure half of this room, maybe, I don't know, but a lot of my mom's friends were praying for me, right? So there was always some bad shit happening to all my friends around me, right? In my run, I'm like, damn, I'm just going to stop going around people because every time I go around them, some bad shit happens to them, right? Because I know God was trying to get my attention. And so, yeah, last year, July 17th, I called my mom. We went to dinner. That Thursday, I ended up getting into this program in Newark, California. I told myself right when I got to this program, like, all right, Bree, this is it. We're not gonna get into any relationships. We're gonna just focus, right? But like 28 days into that program, right? I meet this guy, right, and like he's cool, right, and I see that he's like hustling, right, he's clean, right, because he has to live there, but I can tell he's hustling, he's doing like, he's I can just fucking tell, right, he has on the nice shoes, he got hella money, but he ain't working, right, so I'm like, well, shoot, he's into me, right, so okay, so I thought it was a good idea to just, I told him too, like, I don't want a relationship, but I somehow still ended up in that fucking relationship, right. So here we are, both struggling in this program together, trying to stay clean. What ended up happening though was this man kept relapsing, and he was a good dude, and he was a good person, right? But that disease, man, it doesn't discriminate. It don't care how good of a person you are. Once it has you, and he was struggling staying clean. Meanwhile, my mom is going through some shit because my dad he's relapsing and he can't fucking stay clean. And I'm like, what the fuck? But my mom, right, she's like doing what she has to do, right? And she's setting that standard for me to hold myself and to love myself more than anybody else. So I ended up, like it was nothing. Like I was like, okay, you're about to be cut off because I can't, I can't do this and I can't afford. Like I was at the point in my life where I was so desperate for help. I couldn't afford to lose anything. I had just got my kids back. I had just established relationships back with my parents, my sister. Like my life was going good. I had a sponsor. I finally had a woman who loved me because for the longest when I was out there, every woman and female I came across hated me. No, it's because I hated myself. So I was attracting a lot of hate. And now that I love myself, everybody around me and everybody who I meet, they end up loving me, and it just feels so awesome. You know what I mean? So yeah, that guy, he wouldn't stay clean. So yeah, I had to just leave him because today I just love myself a little bit more than I'll ever love anybody else. And I feel like that is so important, to love myself and to put my higher power and my choice before anything. Because when I went into that courtroom to get my kids back in January, I didn't know what was going to happen, right? I went in there. Matter of fact, everything that could have went wrong that morning to get here and to Stockton at 8 o'clock in the morning when I live in Fremont, everything went bad. And I showed up. Our court date was at 8:15 a.m. that Monday morning. I got there at 8 o'clock, right? It was hella traffic, but I just kept trying, like, okay, God, you're going to get me there, you're going to get me there. Everything is going wrong, but I'm just going to try to stay calm. But really, I wanted to just say, fuck this. You know what I mean? Fuck this. I'm just going to get drinks. I can't deal with it. But I ended up going. I ended up not even having to say much to the mediator. I had wrote a letter to the judge. I did the most, and they didn't even want to see any of my paperwork. All that man did, the mediator, he just looked at me and he looked at him and he said, you know what, this is their mom, and you know, he said what he had to say, and my ex, he wasn't too happy about it, but I got joint custody back like that, you know, just because I suited up, I showed up, and I came prepared, you know, and focused on what I was going for, what I wanted, and I don't have physical custody of my kids. I have joint custody, so I only get them every other weekend right now. And you know, this is all my shit. This is some of the wreckage I caused. I gave my kids up. CPS didn't have to come take my kids from me because I gave them up. You know what I mean? Like, because they were in my way, because I just couldn't deal with all the pain that I was going through, and I didn't want to drag them through that lifestyle, so I just said, okay, you guys are okay with your dad, you guys just stay there. So I was out there just doing what I had to do, you know, and it was like the more, you know, the more I stayed out there, the more I was feeling bad about myself too, and beating myself up, and that's a lot of things that I have to, you know, to recover from too, is a lot of the behaviors. You know, and this is like an everyday thing for me. I have to surrender myself to my higher power every day, because I wake up thinking that, okay, I got this, you know, I don't. Because there's always something to remind me I don't have this, you know what I mean? I have to have my higher power before me. And I know that, thank you. And I know that when stuff is shaky in my life, right, and things are irritating me, I check to see, am I working my program? Have I called my sponsor? Have I did some writing? Like, have I went to a meeting? What am I not doing? Why is this pissing me off the way it is? It's because my recovery ain't straight. You know what I mean? So then I have to get on that and see what part of that is missing. Because when you're working this program, you know, nothing's gonna flow. Life is still gonna show up, but you're gonna think clearer. At least for me, I know I think clear when I'm connected in all areas of my recovery. So now, right, I'm still at the program. I've been there for 9 months. I just celebrated 9 months last week.
Is today the 27th?
Yep.
Me and you were 10 days apart,
Yeah.
so today's my 9 months.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, you know, and it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Yeah, it is. But it's crazy because, like, everybody at this program, right, they hella love me. And, like, since I've been there for 9 months, I see people come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. But I'm still there. So I went to the head man of where I'm at, and I talked to him, and he's like, you know why I keep you around? Because, you know, he was like, because, you know, I consider you one of the residents, because really it's the program shelter, right, that I stay at, and it's a shelter, it's a temporary place. But he was like, I consider you a resident because you are a good influence to all my people around you. You know, and he was like, and you go to work every day. You know, I get up every day at 4 a.m. to go to work, Monday through Friday. And then when I come home, I'm doing something, and then I go to a meeting, and then I go meet up with my sponsor, and they always see me carrying my little step work around. Even though, I'm not going to lie, I'm still on step 1, because you know, those questions, I restarted my whole step 1 over, because when I got into that relationship, my answers went from like 3 paragraphs to like 3 sentences, right? So I was looking over it, and I'm embarrassed reading it to my sponsor, like, like these aren't even answers. Like, I would put, what was I thinking when I was writing this, right? So I went back and I started over, and to really get deep, you know, and really answer the question. Some of the questions, you know, they could be a little confusing, right? Because, and it's just off of some stuff. Really, I just don't want to. I don't even want to go there, right? Like, why are you guys asking me these kind of questions? I thought this was in the past. Like, why do I got to talk about it today? You know, but like, and my sponsor, she works with me, and I love her so much because, you know, she lets me break it up into sections. We work on it in sections, and like, you know, that's just how it works for me. And she knows it's something I struggle with. Like, I don't want to look at myself, you know, which is why I'll look at other people and judge them, because like, really, I don't want to look and see what the fuck is going on with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's just a trip. Like, I know for me too, getting here, going to the women's convention, hanging out with all these females, this is all new to me, okay? Because I haven't been clicking up with the men. After that guy, I have not been clicking up with the men. I try to stay with God bless your hearts, but I just try to stay in my own little lane with my girls, because I'm like, they're a distraction. You know, I'm like, oh, he's cute, but I'm just gonna admire him from afar, right? Because I'm like, I just can't even go there. But and that's not how it was in my disease. Like in my disease, I always wanted to just kick it with dudes, kids, even when I was a little girl. And I don't know what it is, but like today, believe it or not, like I love women today. Like I'm like, this is cool. Like damn, this is nice. Like we're relating. You know, I thought for the longest I thought I was alone out there, right? Until I got to this program, and I remember hearing these women talk and what we had to go through, and I was just crying. It was my first day there, and I remember just crying because they were telling my story. You know what I mean? And it was just it was crazy. I was like, wow, this whole time I thought I was alone out there. I thought I was the only one that felt like that. You know what I mean? They're like, girl, you think you're the only one who got your heart broke? Like, and I was like, I don't know. Like, shit, I thought I was the only one though, you know? And like, the shit that used to happen to me out there too, same stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like, I felt like I finally arrived at home. You know, and with that being said, if you're new, man, I just encourage you, like I was telling a friend before the meeting, you know, you might only have a couple days, but time flies, especially when you get busy and into service. I just got on the committee for the women's camp out, you know what I mean? I'm like, great, more women's stuff. So, you know, if you're new, just stick around, get busy, get your support group, because I feel like without a support group, you know, you're not going to make it. You got to have somebody to call. You got to have somebody to talk to and to throw the stuff on that can give you some advice. But thank you for letting me share.
Right on.